President-elect Donald Trump filling his second administration at a rapid clip as he prepares to return to the White House. Trump just a short time ago announcing former Director of National Intelligence John Ratcliffe as the latest addition to his administration. The three-term Republican congressman for Texas now tapped to be the next CIA director. Sources are telling ABC News the president-elect is expected to appoint South Dakota's Republican Governor Kristi Noem as the next Secretary of Homeland Security. Trump today also announcing he is nominating former Arkansas Republican Governor Mike Huckabee to be the U.S. ambassador to Israel. Of course, that is a key position as tensions soar in the Middle East. And this is all happening as Trump prepares to return to the White House for the first time in 4 years. And that will happen tomorrow for a meeting with President Biden. ABC News senior White House correspondent Selena Wang is joining me live now in West Palm Beach, Florida. And Selena, what are we learning here about Trump's new key appointments? Let's start with John Ratcliffe, right now to be CIA director.
Yeah, Kana, these appointments are coming fast and furious. And what is clear from all of these announcements is that Donald Trump is prioritizing and rewarding loyalty, people who he believes are going to be able to carry out his agenda. Now, John Ratcliffe, he's a former director of national intelligence. He's also a former Texas congressman. He is a Trump loyalist and someone whose policy views really align with the president-elect's. This also comes as he's named another loyalist into a prominent position. South Dakota Governor Kristi Noem going to be the head of the Department of Homeland Security. Now, this is a sweeping role. Now, the DHS, they oversee everything from FEMA, ICE, Customs and Border Protection, as well as U.S. Secret Service. But what her real focus is going to be on immigration. She is going to help carry out Donald Trump's plan for mass deportations, and she's going to be working very closely with other critical positions, including with Tom Homan, who's been announced as the border czar, and Stephen Miller, Chief of Staff, Deputy Chief of Staff for Policy. So this really goes to show how seriously Trump is taking his campaign promise and how he's likely going to hit the ground running on immigration starting on day one, on week one. Now, Noem is also someone who was stumping for Donald Trump on the campaign trail this year. She was also seen as someone who was a possible running mate pick. But that star dimmed, those prospects dimmed after her book came out. In her memoir, she wrote that she shot and killed the family dog. That generated a lot of controversy, and we saw her star dim after that.
All right, Selena, and we also know that Marco Rubio expected as Secretary of State here and Republican Congressman Mike Waltz picked as National Security Advisor. As you have reported, they take a really tough stance on China. What does that indicate here in particular about the U.S.-China relations going forward? And then how does Elon Musk's relationship with China weave into all of that?
Yeah, these are two hardliners on China in these critical positions, and it indicates that the U.S. stance toward China could become more aggressive and confrontational in these coming years, and that the rift between these two superpowers could deepen. Now, Rubio, he's one of the most outspoken senators when it comes to the U.S. being more aggressive on China, and he's actually been sanctioned by Beijing not once but twice, and he may still be banned from even entering the country. Waltz as well, he's been very outspoken on Beijing, so all of this indicates a tougher stance on China. But what is complicating all of this is the fact that billionaire Elon Musk is in Donald Trump's inner circle. Elon Musk has very close ties with the Chinese government. He relies on China not only as a production base for his Teslas, but also as a key consumer market, of a massive market to buy his electric vehicles. So I've been hearing from policy experts that Beijing is likely going to want to lean on Elon Musk as an interlocutor between Donald Trump and Xi Jinping, and that Beijing will hope that he could be a moderating voice to try and convince Trump to soften his stance towards China.
And what do you think we should expect here from this Trump-Biden meeting set to take place tomorrow?
So this is going to be happening at the Oval Office, and it is hugely symbolic to show the world that there's going to be a peaceful transfer of power in this country. President Biden has made clear that he's going to direct his administration to do everything they can to ensure a smooth process. That is something that Donald Trump, of course, did not do in 2020. Now, the White House says that these two leaders are going to be talking about domestic and foreign policy issues. President Biden, he is going to be making his case to Donald Trump for why he believes the U.S. U.S. needs to stand by Ukraine. He's going to argue that walking away from Ukraine would lead to more global instability, especially in Europe. But, Kana, look, I've been talking to Biden administration officials. They realize there's not a whole lot they can do in their remaining days to Trump-proof their policies. But what they are going to do is going to continue to surge as much aid to Ukraine in these few months that they have left.
All right, Selena Wang there in West Palm Beach, Florida. Thank you.